Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. If you're new, welcome and welcome back to our regular community. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently trading at 48,919, up 3.63%. Ethereum trading at 3285, up 2.18%. Let's have a look at the Ethereum tokens. MATIC doing really well, up 12.21%. Uni up 5.05%, Axie Infinity 13.07% up. My goal is to assist you to be more of a financial blessing and create real wealth for yourself and those you love. I'd like to tell you a story about the master and an apprentice. The apprentice came to the master and said, "Master, I have uncontrollable anger. What do I do about it? It's getting in the way of me living." The master said, "Show it to me now." And the apprentice said, I can't." The master said, "When can you show me?" And the apprentice said, "Well, it just comes on suddenly. I can't control it." The master said, "Then it's not part of your nature. Just go away and think about that. It's not part of who you actually are." The apprentice went away for a time and returned to the master and said, "Master, my anger is gone." The master said, "How did it go?" The apprentice said, "It was never part of me in the first place. I just didn't realize." Now, why are we talking about that on a crypto trading channel? Because it's really all about real wealth. Real wealth, crypto can give you a lot of wealth, but does it give you real wealth? Absolutely not. Real wealth is something that comes from inside you. What is the point of having a lot of money if you don't feel good when you have that money? Real wealth is really important, but what is it? It's inner and outer peace, fulfillment and meaning, purpose, fearlessness, integrity, decency, kindness, authenticity. It's a lot of things. Real wealth is a very, very important asset to cultivate. Dale Carnegie said, "It isn't what you have or who you are or where you are or what you're doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about it." It's really true. Dale absolutely knew what he was talking about. We can make a hell out of heaven or a heaven out of hell. It really all depends how we look at things. Mahatma Gandhi had a couple of ideas on happiness too. He said happiness is when what you think and what you say and what you do are all in harmony. That is real wealth. Real wealth is very, very important. If you have money but not real wealth, you will feel empty inside. Having fulfillment and meaning, having inner and outer peace, being kind, having happiness, having integrity, having affection and loyalty and generosity and gratitude and happiness, they're so important. It's not just all about making money. Money is critical, make no mistake about it, but money represents security and represents choice. Real wealth represents value. If you're new here to our community, I'd like to welcome you. And of course you're returning, welcome back. Real wealth is a central focus of our community in Crypto Trading KS. We're all focused about having wealth internally and externally. Let's have a look at Rule 174, the T-cube method, trend, timing and trigger. We're going to look at timing now. Using the KS method, the first thing we do is look at the news headlines. We just put Bitcoin into Google and just do a quick search. We look at the news headlines as if we are completely new to the crypto market. Are things positive or negative? What's being said? Is it signal or is it noise? Bitcoin rises 5%. Well, that's pretty positive. Crypto FOMO, fear of missing out. Young parents join Bitcoin, Dogecoin craze. Wow. Bitcoin, the world's most popular digital coin, has been highly volatile. Yeah, it certainly has. Oh, look, the same article twice, USA Today and Detroit Free Press. Fantastic to have syndication. Bitcoin News, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, launching Bitcoin funds. Pretty interesting. Bitcoin price analysis, the mayor of Missouri plans to give, what's he giving? Distributing up to $1,000 worth of Bitcoin to residents. Oh, how do I join? Sign me up. Mint, how to give Bitcoin Ether, as a gift to your sister. How lovely. Cardano could skyrocket to this insane price. What's this about? Bitcoin going towards 250, 300,000 is quite normal. It's been there before. I didn't know. Meaning that Cardano could easily run to $10 to $20. I better get some. Bitcoin Suisse and World Line collaboration to launch WL Crypto. Whatever that is, it sounds cool. A convicted drug dealer gets 1.5 million in Bitcoin from the ... What's the ... The man was caught stealing drugs online and accepting Bitcoin payments in exchange. Yeah, well, that's I guess positive. Bitcoin neared 50k, highest since May. That's very positive. All I can think about it must be positive. Maybe the market is rallying. Let's have a peep. The market is green. Hang on a second. ADA is going down. That article is wrong. But I'm sure it will be right in the long term. We look at the news this way to give us a kind of gauge on how the average crypto investor or trader might be thinking about how the market is moving. We know that news just reflects current sentiment. Asset substitutability or investment substitutability is really important. So how is Bitcoin faring up against gold, precious metals, and stocks, the S&P 500? Over the past year, Bitcoin has come up 317%. That's not bad. Gold down 8%. Poor old gold. The S&P 500 up 30%. That's not bad. I guess that's kind of, 10% of Bitcoin. The interesting thing, when you look at this kind of analysis, if you were just an investor getting into Bitcoin, you would say, I can get 10 times the return out of Bitcoin. Maybe I slide a little bit of money over there. It's probably worthwhile. That's interesting. Those kind of percentages would attract investment into the crypto market. Crypto total market cap is currently $2.074 trillion. I think I need to do a Dr. Evil impersonation. $1 trillion. No, that's Dracula. Sorry. When we look at this, we can see total crypto market is moving up quite strongly. But look at this current price action. It's getting to a bit of overhead resistance around the $2.1 trillion mark. So the question is, what is happening with Bitcoin right now? Bitcoin is coming up to the very key psychological resistance of $50,000. We can see Bitcoin rallied earlier on. This is a 1-hour chart. We see from that rally, it was pushed back by this psychological resistance of 50,000. There's obviously a lot of selling pressure on that particular line. Bitcoin is now gathering momentum. It's seeking to overcome the $50,000 resistance. Bitcoin currently is trading at 48,857. It has support below 48,593, 47,819, 47,206, 46,566. Bitcoin is a bit of an animal. It can move around really quickly. It can go up very quickly and down very quickly. We always need to prepare ourselves for the best and the worst case scenario. The probabilities are on Bitcoin going up, but we just noticed that it's crossed this particular once support and heading to resistance. We also have this support coming in at around 48,358 and the support lines down at 45,830 and 45,268 are actually really strong as well. Bitcoin's price is always moving in a wave. With that in mind, just keep in mind that retracements are normal. Some members of the community reached out and said, Ken, what do I do if I have really low buy orders at support and they're not getting filled? You can simply just cancel that and move it up to the next highest level. That is absolutely fine. You can also put less on. What I tend to do if I want to enter into something, I will put a lower amount, maybe half a position, on something closer to price action and then split it down between support levels or on support levels. There's so many ways of doing it. You'll come up with your own style. Just remember, you're an artist. Whatever you do, if it works, fantastic. That's all you need. I always do my best to read all the messages across YouTube, Discord, Facebook, and Twitter, and all the private messages sent to me. What some people wanted to know was, what is the actual URL of the futures market data? It's Bybit, bybt.com. It's just the home here. There you go. I hope that helps people out. Let's have a look at the Bitcoin futures market. The perpetuals are just constantly renewing. They don't have an expiration date on them. They don't have a settlement date. Futures do. That's why these are traditional futures. This is the 24th of September for expiration. Okay, looking at the perpetuals, what do we see? The majority are long. That is very fair. What does that mean? People who are trading the perpetuals think that the price of Bitcoin is going to go up. This is a great way to acid test what could be happening under the hood of the crypto engine. Looking at the perpetuals for the 24th of September, we have $233 million here. We've got a lot more on the long side. Basically, people are expecting prices to go up. The website for the options data is coinoptionstrack.com. Let's have a look at the Bitcoin options. For the options expiring at the end of the month, that's the greatest open interest. Open interest is 35,090.3. The put call ratio is 0.6. Max pain is 42,000. Max pain is the price at which most options expire worthless, the greatest majority. We can see that the calls are up around the 50,000 plus. What does this mean? It means the concentration of calls here. If I call you up, that's pretty cool. If somebody puts you down, that's not so nice. So a call is an expectation of higher prices. There are a few sort of things to understand with options, but that's just a very, very basic way of looking at it. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is currently trading at 32.88, support below 32.22, 31.30, 30.87, 29.88. We can see Ethereum has been bumping up against this resistance line. It's not managed to pass it, but keep in mind that this is upward price progression. That's a really good sign. It's seeking to get above it. Now, what do we notice about Bitcoin? Bitcoin's fingerprint is very light here in the background. I'm just putting it on all the charts so you can see the directional bias between Bitcoin and all the alts. It's really helpful to understand. Bitcoin is going up, but it's come down recently. So has Ethereum. We'll just keep our eyes on things. The futures point to Bitcoin going up in the immediate term, so hopefully it's going to breach that 50,000 level. Since EIP 1559 was introduced for Ethereum, a total of $232.8 million of ETH has been burned. Looking beneath the engine into the engine of ETH, by looking at the futures markets on the perpetual side, we can see there's a lot of short positions here. People are expecting ETH to go down. What about the futures at the end of September? It's a little bit mixed. mainly to the short side. It's very, very close. Having a look at the Ethereum options expiring at the end of the month, total open interest is 231,322. The put-call ratio is 0.79. We can see a lot of puts entering the market here relative. Actually, the maxpain price has gone up $100 since the last episode. It's at $2,800 now. We have some interesting call positions up around the 4,000. The majority are a little bit lower than that. There's quite a bit of open interest at the 3,000 mark. Don't forget, this is options expirations August 27. That's at the end of the month. That's not right now. Total liquidations over the past 24 hours were 247.93 million occurring. 51,072 traders were liquidated. Over the past 12 hours, around 55% of liquidations were long. We're seeing small volume here relatively, and that makes sense because it's the weekend. Let's drill in. See the past 15 minutes. We had quite a bit of short liquidation going back a time, and it's pretty much just evened out now. Turning to fear and greed, liquidations and max pain, we can see the market has moved into extreme greed at 78, so I've marked it on the charts. I had a couple of community members ask me about how they can get this particular chart. I manually mark it up every single day. I'm just really combining options data with liquidations data with the fear and greed index and a couple of other things to just try to give you a more comprehensive picture of how crypto is moving. Now, something really interesting. What happens when we get extreme greed? We had extreme greed of 76 last time. What happened to price then? You see, it went red, and the next couple of days, next 3 days after that, were also red. There was a fourth day that turned green, and a fifth day that was actually lower underneath that. Don't be surprised if what we see is a little bit of a sell down like this. It could happen. Just prepare yourself mentally for that. That's always important. Extreme greed here, sold down. Extreme greed, sold down. Extreme greed, sold down. Extreme greed, next couple of days, sold down. Extreme greed here, it went up. Extreme greed. Basically, on average, when you have very high extreme greed readings, the next couple of days tend to sell off. Just be aware of that. That means that you could potentially pick up prices at a better level. I would suggest it's all about dollar cost averaging at this particular stage of the market cycle. It's not about getting out. It's about just improving your overall profitability. Looking at the stablecoin supply ratio SSR oscillator, we see it's coming up. When it comes up, that's a good sign. Prices increase on probability. When it comes down, prices tend to decrease. When we get a divergence between the SSR oscillator and price, that means a potential weakening of the trend. Just things to note. When looking at Bitcoin futures open interest across all exchanges, this is fantastic. The open interest and price tend to move probabilistically together. This is signifying a big jump in price is being supported. That's really good. It's really good to remember this particular quote. Make probabilities your trusted advisor, not fear. We collect all sorts of data as we go through. Some will be conflicting data points. That's just normal. It's natural. Open interest is a really powerful driver of price. Because I've been trading for over 20 years, I always look towards weakness in whatever market is I'm trading in. When we look at the crypto space, the stable coins can be an indication of potential weakness and potential problems if they plummet in value, especially USDT. Tether is currently about 64.25 billion. What we're basically looking at here, Tether is the dominant trading pair for many other alts. We can see it increasing in value. USDC is slightly decreasing, BUSD slightly decreasing. This is to be expected. As Tether gets more faith restored into it, the circulating supply goes into Tether. We still have to be careful of Tether. Potentially there could be a Department of Justice probe into its reserves. We need to keep an eye on it. We also use the futures market to keep an eye on Tether. If we get multiple $1 billion worth of short and long interest and open interest, we can tell that there's some sort of problem. We're not seeing anything like that in the perpetuals. Looking at traditional futures, we see no problem whatsoever. Everything is clear today. Let's have a look at the top 7. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Binance Coin, Tether, XRP, and DOGE. What about the greatest 24-hour percent gainers? AVAX, BTG, Synthetics, Mana, AXS, MATIC, TEL. It's really interesting how the NFTs are playing in here. What about the greatest 7-day percent gainers? AVAX, Audio, Arweave, Sol, Luna, FTM, and NIA. What about the greatest 24-hour percent losses? Audio, Arweave, The Graph, Luna, FTT, ADA, and Rev. Let's go the other way and check the greatest losses over the past 7 days. BTT, HOT, Ravencoin, Nexo, Celsius, AMP, and OKB. This is just a way of us understanding what the market is doing. Let's check out the top movers on Binance. This is about 40 tokens over the past 3 days. We can see how AVAX, look at AVAX, it's been on an absolute tear for the past 3 days. It's done really well. In second position is Atom, followed by FTM, MATIC, ADA, SNX, HNT, ICX, DOT, ICP, Rune, Mana, Luna, BNB, XRP, VET, AXS, AR, Link, EOS, THETA, Uni, DOGE, XLM, XMR, Filecoin, Ethereum Classic, Audio, wow, they're moving around, Aave, and Bitcoin. Looking at the Binance top 15 ranked over the past 24 hours, we can see MATIC is up in front. That's this blue line. Sol is coming down. THETA coming up. BNB coming up as well. Followed by Link, Bitcoin, Uni, ICP, DOT, Litecoin, Ethereum, DOGE, XRP, VET, XLM, and ADA at the end. Let's have a look at Binance derivatives. The website to this is in the description of the video. We look at 24-hour trading volume. It's 67.3 or 0.4 billion. 24-hour open interest, 11.2 billion. We're looking particularly at these percentages. These percentages give us an idea of immediate price momentum. We look at Bitcoin, it's about 4%. We look at Ethereum, it's about half that. That gives us an understanding that Bitcoin's improving at a more rapid rate than Ethereum is. We look at AXS, Axie Infinity, 11.8%, MATIC, 11.7%. AVAX is getting a lot of price momentum, 31.4%. Let's have a look at some more. CHR, 18.2%, Mana, 13.7%, Kava, and Engine Coin, both doing well. SNX, 14.8%, BZRX, 12.6%, Cody, 18%, Bell, 12%. Going down a little further, Alice, 30.3%. Quite interesting price behavior at the moment. ADA, suffering a little bit of downward price momentum currently. Let's have a look at Cardano's technicals. ADA is currently trading at 247.70. We can see that price is just a little bit above the all-time high. ADA was in price discovery, that's why we put the aeroplane on it, but it's been squashed down. That is quite common behavior for things to normalize around the previous all-time high level. That's not a problem at all. We can see this upward level of support. We know that no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. What is Bitcoin doing at the moment? You see it's going up. Directionally, it's going to pull ADA up with it. This is really good stuff. Let's keep our eye on ADA. The next resistance we would see would be around 275. Support below for ADA is 240.37, 232.70, 224.53, and 214.09. Turning to Binance Coin. Binance Coin is currently 457.88. It has support below 445.46, 432.44, 421.40, 405.99. It's doing quite well, and you can see it's following the directional correlation of Bitcoin, which is always the way. No alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. You can see it time and time and time again. How Bitcoin moves, so does the alt, 99% of the time. Let's have a look at XRP's technicals. XRP is currently trading at 125.81, just resistance above at 126.70, support below 121.99, 118.87, 114.58, and 111.23. This is a really interesting pattern. We see a divergence here between Bitcoin's upward price momentum and XRP just retracing at the moment. I know there are a lot of things happening with XRP's case in court. I'm not sure if some of that discovery information was problematic to XRP. Maybe it could have been. But the thing that is really quite fascinating, you see Bitcoin come down, XRP comes down, Bitcoin goes up, XRP goes up, Bitcoin comes down, XRP comes down. The directionality of the correlation is the same. They just play out differently on different charts. It's really quite fascinating stuff. Dogecoin is currently trading at 32.461, pretty much just below support. Support below that is 31.479, 30.729, 30.001, and 29.138. We can see Doge has also that downward price momentum. We can see Bitcoin's price is actually coming down quite a bit now. This is really good to note how Bitcoin can move around so strongly. But don't forget, there's this particular resistance. We're seeing a little bit of rejection happening right now, a bounce off that support. Let's see how it holds. The only thing that I see here is 50,000 is a very round number, and a lot of people new to crypto will be looking to exit at 50. That's quite normal behavior. As people get more and more professional, they go nowhere near whole numbers. They always put decimal places in. It's a really important trading tactic. And remember, all investors become traders whenever they buy or sell. It's really good to do it really effectively. Let's see how this goes. But we'll see this actual fingerprint, Bitcoin's fingerprint, playing out on all the alts now. Going back to XRP, you can see it playing out. We can see it here playing out on Dogecoin as well. This is just how the crypto market works. A lot of people don't know it, and they've been in the crypto space many, many years. You knowing it is a real hidden gem. You can see Bitcoin coming down dramatically. No alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. That's really important to understand. we can see DOT being dragged down by Bitcoin's price action. I just decreased the transparency a little bit so you can see Polkadot a lot better. DOT is currently trading at 28 even. We have support at 27, 900, 27, 347, 26, 814, 26, 155. I tell you what, when I see this price behavior, I'm really loving it. The reason is that we can average in and lower the average buy price by buying down. Instead of buying up here, for example, at 29,324, we can buy at 27,950. That's a really good thing. That actually makes you money. We're in the right phase of the bull market now, so these kind of fluctuations don't worry us. Actually, as a community, we love catching falling knives. Let's have a look at Polygon, MATIC. MATIC is currently trading at 161,869. Support below at 156,180, 148,574, 141,087. Of course, you can put buy orders in between these major supports as well. We can see that Polygon's price is coming down in response to what is happening with Bitcoin. This is a 15-minute chart. You can see how the entire crypto market tracks Bitcoin to the second. It's quite an incredible thing. We can see THETA's price also being sold off in accordance with the downward price momentum of Bitcoin. This is just part and parcel of the crypto industry. Once you know it, what you do is you focus on understanding Bitcoin. It basically is the ring that rules them all, so to speak, if we go from Lord of the Rings. Let's have a look at THETA's price right now. It's currently trading at 7,369, structural support below at 7,188, and normal support at 6,779, structural support again at 6,490. Structural support is very strong support. It's reinforced support. That's really good. That's like having a strong floor beneath your feet. Let's have a look at Chainlink. Link is currently trading at 28,267, has support below at 27,371, 26,505, and structural support at 25,709. We can see that as Bitcoin was selling off, Link is also selling off, but selling off quite hard. This is the nature of the alts in comparison to Bitcoin. It basically means that the alts exaggerate Bitcoin's movement, price direction on the up, but also on the down. Rule 5, you can always buy lower. This is a really good rule to talk about right now. You can see Bitcoin's price coming down. This is really normal in crypto. In the stock market, if there is a 10% reduction over a whatever period, people call that a big problem in the stock market. If it comes down 25%, it's a bear market. That's just Tuesday in crypto. Crypto is so incredibly volatile. Because of that, Rule 5 is very powerful. You can always buy lower. That's why, as a community, we don't FOMO into things. We do not have a fear of missing out. We've got a fear of buying at market. We've got a fear of buying at the current price. We always want to slurp up those reductions in price. You can see how easily they happen. Let's have a look at Icon, which is a community favorite. ICX has passed this daily and 8-hour resistance line. It's turned it to support. Well done, ICX community. We also have a very strong support line coming through here. This is a monthly support line now, this blue line. And ICX also has a strong weekly support line coming through here. ICX technicals look extremely good. Even with this sell-off, it just means absolutely nothing. It's just the chance to accumulate really good value ICX. I'd like to extend a big thank you to our moderators and admins for keeping our community safe from scammers. Unfortunately, the scammers have become much more sophisticated. They like to represent me or claim to be representing me, and they ask for you to go to a different channel, for example, Telegram or something like that. Just letting you know, I don't have a channel on Telegram. Please don't listen to those people, and I don't put my phone number in the comments. The only donation page I have is this site. I'd just like to say thank you to all the very generous people who have donated to me on buymeacoffee.com/cryptotradingks. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you found the content useful. Please consider sharing this video if you think it will help others. Please say hi and let me know where you're viewing from, and if you have any questions. Our channel is a community-driven channel. Whatever questions you have, please let me know. I take them really seriously, and I always do my best to layer those answers into upcoming episodes. If you would like price updates on the crypto market, please subscribe to YouTube, and you can join us on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. I've left details in the description of this video. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, take care, and see you next time. Bye for now.